Filmatic. I am your host. 24 hours to live, the film doctor. Okay. Is he tired? Nope.
Is this clock on my arm working?
Oh, okay. And I don't get the reference right now. Okay.
And the film. Sir.
Stop. Don't. Please.
Yeah.
At least there's no shaky camera. That's the good news.
And we are back in the operating room with another hot film to dissect. 24 Hours to Live, coming to us from Amazon Prime and Amazon. Disney got money, but y'all, we know Jeff Bezos rolling in it. Don't hit us with that sponsorship.
Go ahead. You right. Hit us with that sponsorship. And as always, let's jump right into our film review. Because this is kind of the reversal of role of nobody, I'm going to let you go first. Let's hear what you have to say.
Was this as good as Nobody? No. Was it good?
Okay.
Was it good?
I'm just gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off because you sound really good. No. I get it. But you're starting it off wrong on your review.
No, I'm not.
No, I think you are.
Was this as good as Nobody? No.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Was this good? Was this good? Yes, it was.
I'll wait to shut you down when I hear a rating. Keep going.
24 Hours to Live. So this kind of is like an action mashup of that kind of super spy in the movie Time with Justin Timberlake, where your life is kind of the currency, or time is your currency to live. It's a very interesting concept. I think they did a really good job with that. As far as like things from the movie, I thought the sets were good. The actors, some of them were good, some of them were not. I thought Ethan Hawke did a pretty good job. The guy who's his friend, his expressions and I don't remember his name, but his expressions and the stuff he was doing, it was just not hitting for me. So he was one of those guys that I was like, he's not. I could do without him. The leading lady in this movie, I thought she was pretty good. I like the kid too. I like her kid. Her kid was pretty good. And then the boss, he was kind of just, the mean, arrogant boss. It's not a hard role to play. So, and then as far as the cinematography, I think they did some very creative shots, but there wasn't anything that kind of wowed me or leapt off of my screen. For me, I will say the music was really good. That is one thing that I noticed. I feel like when I feel immersed into an atmosphere when I'm watching a movie, and the music is doing that, it's really good. So I did enjoy the music here. So the story. There's a couple of problems that I have with the story, which is why this is not going to be an A+ for me. It's going to be an A.
You already know I'm coming back onto the mic to tell you that you're wrong again. Everybody that's listening to this review, just know that he really actually means A+, no matter whatever he says. So keep ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
So I'm trying to do this without spoiling it, but there's a few things that don't make sense.
I mean, this is the operating room, but go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah, spoilers, never mind. So anywho, let's jump right into these spoilers then. So first off, let's talk about, they do a flashback of a scene where, so the backstory is this guy's planning to testify against this corporation that does basically for-profit war. They send mercenaries out, they do that type of thing. And so they need people. So he comes to his friend. And he says, "Hey, we need this done, and we're gonna pay you $1 million a day to get it done." So he bites. He goes out, and he's tracking. He meets this lady who's his security. He sleeps with her, and then she shoots him, and now he has 24 hours. They bring him back from the dead, and now he has 24 hours to live. And so he kind of goes through that emotional trauma of someone with 24 hours to live. They did that really well. I will give them that, still on the positive train. But here's where, once we get into him, like, first of all, him going to help her out after she killed him, highly unlikely over his friend. Highly unlikely. I don't understand that. The next thing is when the guy is testifying, right? He says, oh, all these people were dead in this thing, and they do a kind of flashback to show all these dead bodies, and there's a guy sitting on the table. This actor will reappear, but not as dead. He's the leader.
Are we doing spoilers, or are we telling the whole damn movie?
This is important. He is this same actor that was on the table dead comes back. He's alive now as the leader of this group that helps them later in the movie. So that little continuation kind of bothered me. And then him going to help her, like, and going out on the ends really doesn't make sense. I get what they did though with the advice of his friends and his family that was still alive. I think his father-in-law, to kind of guide him to do the right thing, I guess. And then at the end we had a twist, because his wife and his son are dead. We had a twist at the end, which I thought it didn't need to be there. It's just something they threw in. It just didn't need to be there. So those little things in the story, those little things kind of in the plot, or knocks it down to an A for me, and why I say it's not as good as Nobody. But other than that, I don't have too many issues with it. It's just kind of some of those plot points. Sticking with it. Nobody was seamless. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it away. You can try to tell me how I'm wrong, how I'm this, how I'm that.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you how you're wrong, because I think that the people will watch this and they will automatically know, yeah, the film doctor's right. The film surgeon, who is kind of beneath him a little bit, his reviews are not really accurate to follow along with.
Is this a review, or are you just bashing me?
This is part of my review. This is my review of you and your review. But they're gonna say, yeah, he's wrong and the film doctor was right. So it's an A+. The way I see it for you is that if you didn't see Nobody, which is what you're actually comparing it to, you would have given this an A+. Excuse me, I'm not done. It looked like you were about to say something, so we're just gonna stop.
No, you cut me off. You cut me off. I don't.
You cut me off. I was cutting you off for legitimate reasons. I don't think you have legitimate reasons.
You're making a wrong assumption.
Continue on with my review. I think that you're right. The music was good. The acting, it wasn't any kind of performances or characters that needed to stand out. However, I think Ethan Hawke did an amazing job with his character, with being that BA kind of individual. The story, the only downfall,
which I wasn't really expecting from him. He kind of, I don't know what it is about his face. I'm not trying to be mean.
I don't like his face either. But I was like, even before seeing it, I was like, don't nobody want to see no damn movie with Ethan Hawke? Hawke face? I don't want to see him. But like, it ended up being a really good movie. The thing with the story that I will say is, and first I'm just gonna backtrack about your whole like time with Justin Timberlake. I started to see that whole concept, but it's two different concepts, because he had something built into his arm where you can see the digital clock countdown. Versus,
they have clocks on their arm in that movie.
Versus, excuse me, can I finish?
Nope, go ahead.
So into their skin in time, it was an actual time. It wasn't like a bomb that was inside of his hand or whatever that was visibly able to be seen.
This might have been a prototype for that.
So I looked past that, because like I said, everything is almost like a spinoff of something, and this was a unique concept just to kind of let him know, how much time he had left to live. My whole thing though is he died and they brought him back with 24 hours to live. So even if he was to die off of that 24 hours, why not just bring him back for another 24 hours, put another battery in there?
That at the end. Because they have a sequel that we're never going to see.
I'm fine with that if it was a sequel. I loved the action in it. I mean, it was action-packed, more action-packed than I thought it would be, especially for something that has Ethan Hawke in it, because...
You just reminded me of something when you're done, sorry.
So to me, I think that was well done. And for me, stories are really everything that sells for a movie. The music and the acting can just, up it significantly. But story, I think, is a huge portion of it. You can have story and shitty acting, but if that story is amazing, you're like, man, the acting could have been better. But I was so invested inside of that story. It was such a good story. Those are the sell points for it. Everything else kind of just ups that rating and ups that quality. It's definitely needed for it to be an overall phenomenal movie. But this was good. I went into this movie not knowing what it was going to be about. It's called 24 Hours to Live and has Ethan Hawke in it. So to me, I'm just like, all right, this is going to be a crappy independent movie that I don't really care, but I'm just going to have it on as background noise. And I was hooked in. Like, I really loved it. I loved the action. I loved the story. All around, it was a good movie and worth watching. If you love action movies, then I suggest that you watch it. And as I have said before, it's an A+, and the film surgeon obviously thinks it's an A+ too. He just wanted to kind of downgrade it and give you guys a falsified rating, and that's fine. But just take from my words what he really meant, and he really meant A+.
No, that's not what happened. I do want to say something about the action sequences, because when you brought that up, it did remind me of something. So there's a scene here where a guy is sniping, and this is the first time I can say in a sniper kind of montage, because we watch a few movies with sniper rifles. People were like flying, like when he was hitting people, they were flying into the wall. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to work. I'm not no gun expert or anything like that, but all the movies that I've seen with sniper rifles, people don't go like, it looked like they had like harnesses on and they were flying into the wall.
I'm pretty positive that also happened inside of Nobody, but I don't want this to be something that compares this movie to Nobody. It is its own entity, and so
yes,
that's when
and I'm not comparing it to Nobody.
When I evaluate it as so, I evaluate it. I'm just saying that same quality, I believe, happened inside of Nobody as well.
I don't know about that. I just, that kind of took me aback. I'm not knocking it as a bad thing, because again, I'm not a gun expert. I would need someone to tell me whether or not people should be flying with sniper rifle rounds. But I just thought,
well, if you give another bad review like this for a good movie like this, if a sequel comes out, we can always test it out and see.
I didn't give a bad review for it. I gave it an
A. An A is not
number
really
two. Number two.
It's an A+.
Number two. It was an interesting take. I just thought, I'm like, oh, this is different. It's not the same as every other kind of sniper montage. So there's that.
I also think that it's not to go back to Nobody, but Nobody was like a ramped up John Wick. And not to say that this wasn't, but it wasn't like, every 5 seconds. Like, they actually invested time into telling a good story versus let's just have this guy just kick ass for an hour and 25 minutes, Did you sip your Haterade this morning? Is that what it is? I didn't sip anything, but apparently you did, out of that stupid little mug of yours.
I think you sipped some Haterade this morning. I think that's what it is, folks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys be the judge. Please check out the movie, check out this episode, and listen to both of our reviews, the accurate one and the inaccurate one. Just know what has been said, and keep that in mind when you guys watch this movie. It's definitely something that you guys should check out. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Tie a little note to a picture's leg, send it on display, put a message in the bottom.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Let it reach our shores. Let us know inside the comments and in the emails how you guys feel about the episode, how you feel about the movie. And as always, this has been another exciting episode of Filmatic.